And it's a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 20th day in November 2024. A very good morning to you. Welcome to Open Parliament, the midweek edition live on the frequency. My name is Mr. C. Well, Open Parliament is where we bring you some of the biggest stories in Nigeria, Abia, and beyond. The flip side is where we let you come through with your reaction. To some of the big stories we have been keeping tabs on. Abia State government and the opposition People's Democratic Party are currently at loggerheads over spate of insecurity in the state. Now, while the government has accused the opposition of being the brain behind the insecurity in the state since May last year, the People's Democratic Party has lambasted the government for politicizing the insecurity in the state. But to join me to talk on this and more, we have got virtual this morning my guest, the Chairman Governing Council, Institute for Security and Safety, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Vice President, International Security Association, ISA, Fellow of Ethical Leadership from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, recipient of Ziggs Award on Innovation and Creativity, a pioneer inductee, National Integrity Hall of Fame, former Argonne Secretary General, a fellow of Chartered Institute of Forensics and Fraud Investigators of Nigeria, Interpol Systems Consultant and Security Expert, Sir Chikwe Udensi. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mr. C. Thanks for having me.
Well, very well. It's good to have you join us on the program this morning. And that's because you have been missing in action for the past couple of episodes. You care to share why that?
Yes, I'm wearing two caps right now. I have to spend some time in Europe as the Vice President of the International Security Association. The administration of that body is very important. And given also that the president of the association, Dr. Nicholas, was a little bit sick, I had to make sure that I take over the administration and to make sure that things worked properly. In fact, I'll be going back to Europe by this weekend with a view to making sure that the administration continues to run. So as much as I have responsibility here for the Interpol systems, to make the Interpol systems are working effectively, I also have the responsibility in Europe to ensure that the association is sailing smooth.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done on your activities at the international stage, particularly as it has to do with security. And yes, talking about security, in the space of a few days, a series of coordinated attacks by armed gunmen in Abia State has taken the lives of security personnel, and not just security personnel, others too. Well, these attacks have not let up since the third quarter of 2023. The latest within 1 week were the killing of some soldiers in an ambush along Owerri-Umuahia Expressway by unknown gunmen, and just recently, the attack on the convoy of Honorable Ginger Onwosibe, member representing Isalanga North and South for the constituency, during which a policeman in his convoy lost his life, marking a new trend in the security landscape of the state. And I'm sure you have been following keenly all these security situations, and this is a forte. What do you make of what's been happening?
Yes, Mr. C. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago, we spent some time in Glasgow. We had the General Assembly of Interpol. I had that opportunity of staying very close to the Inspector General of Police and also the Minister of Police Affairs, who were all attending the General Assembly of Interpol in Glasgow, England. We had very serious discussions on the insecurity in the state of Nigeria, not just the state of Nigeria. We were able to identify the very sad narratives. I was surprised that outside the country, these two gentlemen were able to speak to me frankly on the problems. They are sitting on the saddle. They are the ones in charge, the Inspector General of Police and the Minister of Police Affairs. The situation we have in the country today, it remains very pathetic. And if you try to juxtapose it, if you try to compare it with what we have around the world, there's also insecurity around the world. But how is it being treated? How is it being handled around the world? If you try to take two of them, there are two areas that have stood out very clearly following our investigations and discussions. When you discuss security, there are two kinds of people we must keep away. The first person we must keep away from security is the sycophant, the one who wants to please everybody, the one who wants to seek favors, and the one who wants to seek benefits. Keep him away from security. And the next person to keep away from security is the one some people call them who are naively optimistic, the naive optimist. We don't call him naive optimist. We call him liar. Because if you say something you cannot do, if you say something you know that is not feasible, you're not being a naive optimist. You're simply a liar. Unfortunately, in our system today, those who are running our system are naively optimistic. Some call them naively optimistic, we call it liars. The truth remains, Mr. C, that we know what the problem we have is today. There are specific problems we have, and we have solutions to those problems. For example, the insecurity let me narrow it down to Southeast. The insecurity in Southeast have been tabulated into, if I remember, 3 or 4 areas. The first one being the regular armed robbery that has always been there. But the most problem is kidnapping and banditry. We have identified these areas as being very big problems we have. And also, we have the issue of banditry taking even more precedence than kidnapping. The kidnappers we know are seeking for money, seeking for ransom, and today we have 2 categories of them. The one is the one that came from the Fulani. The Fulani is mostly the ones that came from Burkina Faso, Mali, Chad, and Niger. These are the groups that are from international. Especially those ones from Niger, those are international, but they're essentially Nigerians, mixing up with the Fulani crops in Nigeria. Then the second group of kidnappers are those freedom fighters, those people fighting for freedom in Southeast, who, out of the need to make money, have decided to kidnap people and ask for ransom. And sometimes go out of the way to kill those they have kidnapped. These are the problems we have, Mr. C, the proper overview of the problems. I don't just want to pick up the shooting of an honorable member. There are killings going on every day. Is it because of an honorable member? People are dying every day. People are being kidnapped every day. The highways are unsafe. And we know that these are the problems. And we know the solutions. For the armed robbery, the solutions have always remained simple. That the tools for fighting armed robbery are there.
Well, before we get to your recommendations and possible solutions, how we can nip this spate of insecurity in the board, not just at the national level, particularly as far as Abia State is concerned, we want to bring it down to the state. I mean, you would want to argue, or well, quite a handful of persons might want to argue that the spate of insecurity currently happening maybe has never been so seen, or maybe in a long while, been so witnessed in this state. What do you think as far as Abia State is concerned? Because I'm sure you've been watching closely. What do you think could have been responsible for this? Before we get to the back and forth between the government of the day and the opposition, with the government accusing the opposition of being responsible for this. But as an expert, what could be responsible?
Begins to blame others, other than himself, for their failures. That authority has no solution. He has nothing to offer. That is what we are striving at. What we have right now is that the government existing solutions, they are beginning to blame others for their failures. We have also seen in Abia State that look at where the problem of banditry is. We have identified very clearly the hotspots in Abia State. We have identified the solutions for handling those hotspots. We have also identified the solutions for handling the Monday sit-at-home problem, the Monday sit-at-home insecurity. We have identified it. And that one is very simple. But as long as Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention, the Monday sit-at-home insecurity can never be abated. Anybody who is suggesting that he has a solution to stop Monday sit-at-home problem, Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention, is a liar. We don't understand security, at least not the ones we know about. So the issues are very simple, Mr. C. What we have right now is that the governments, not just Abia State government, not just the local government, even the federal government, they have abdicated their responsibility in solving security issues. The security problems, they have refused to solve it. I was trying to you that I had tit-a-tat with the best echelon of the security in the country. And I told them, this is what we have on ground. Why don't we tackle it? Anybody who sees the problem and sees a solution to that problem, but refuses to apply those solutions, he's either a madman, he's either he's insane, or he just wants to cause trouble to the society. And that is what leadership of the country, the state leadership have identified the problem of insecurity, but they have refused to put the necessary solutions. The federal government have also identified the problem of insecurity and have for some reason, have refused to use the necessary instrumentality. Let me narrow it down to specifics, as I say. If you talk about armed robbery that has to do with banks, the association, about 4 associations I belong to, especially the Chikwe Institute of Forensic and Certified Crime Investigators of Nigeria, we have given the government a manual solution as to the bank issues of bank robbery in Nigeria. When there is a bank robbery, look at the flaws. The flaws are very simple. The policeman who is guarding the bank doesn't have any protection of himself. He's unprotected. The robber comes, shoots him, takes over his arms, and turns the bank. Even when there's a report of the robbery going on, the policemen who are coming, they are not coming with the required entry strategy. They are not coming with the required armored vehicles. They come with open hillocks forces. People in the lane who are already robbing in the bank, they have kept their surrogates around the bank to prevent any intervention. They visit the policemen in open vans and they will continue their robbery. We have warned government severally. Look at around the world. There's always an entry mode. There's always an entry vehicle. There's always an entry tool in a violent situation like that. But the country has kept quiet about it. And also the issue of kidnapping. We have made our recommendations. 95 to 99% of the kidnappers are in the forests. They are in the bushes. Some of these bushes are identifiable bushes, identifiable forests. Why didn't we allow them to remain there while we were doing it? To a large extent at the time, we were beginning to think that the those in authority are benefiting from kidnapping. If they are not benefiting from kidnapping, why have they not applied the various solutions that has been attested internationally and locally to be the solution for kidnapping? In Nigeria, there's kidnapping going on. If you look across our border, less than 45 minutes flight into Ghana, there is no kidnapping going on. You look on the other side of it, Republic of Benin, there is no kidnapping going on. So what are they doing that we're not doing? What we are saying, therefore, is that it simply borders on the attitude and the behaviors, the contented behaviors of our leaders who have refused to take advice, professional advice. Rather than take professional advice, they will start blaming those who are not in government as being those causing the problem.
Yeah.
Once you start blaming others for your failures, you have no solution to the problem.
Well, talking about blames, is it that straitjacket that one who blames others probably has got no solutions to the problem? Because if you go by the statement as released by the government through the special advisor to the governor on media and publicity, Ferdinand Ikoma, part of the statement said the conclusion the government drew that the opposition is probably masterminding some of the speed of attacks we're seeing in the state is, by their words, the information is from series of tip-off from patriotic citizens and reliable intelligence. The statement went on to say the sole agenda is to cause disaffection and distract the government from its focus on the development of the state. And the opposition, People's Democratic Party, on the other hand, have said the government is politicizing insecurity. What's your take on the back and forth?
Please permit me to use the appropriate word here. The appropriate there is nonsense, arrant nonsense. That is the appropriate word to use. What did I do, Mr. C? When I heard that government was aware that some opposition, through intelligence, they were aware that some opposition were causing the mayhem, I quickly reached out to law enforcement to find out, have government told you through intelligence that there are those who are in opposition causing this problem? Do we have any evidence? If we do, why are you keeping these people unrestricted? Why have you not taken the necessary security measures to ensure those in opposition who are causing this trouble are met in the board? Well, they told me they were talking nonsense. They told me that those government officials who are saying that it's opposition, they don't know what they're talking about. In fact, they went further to criticize government for not providing the tools they have requested that ought to be used for banditry. They are not just criticizing the state government, they are also criticizing the federal government. But they are doing it anonymously, given that their uniforms, they cannot come openly and say it. But I, Chikwe Udensi, I'm not in uniform. I can say it openly. But government is the tool to provide the instrumentality and the tools that is required for security to their hands. Rather than provide those tools, they are looking for who to blame. So on the part of government, or whosoever is speaking on behalf of the government, I simply say, it's nonsense. Arrant nonsense. We must have to get serious, Mr. C. The fact remains that if you have any information of anybody who is causing murder, or who by intelligence you know is part of any form of insecurity, report to law enforcement so the person can be taken care of. Don't play politics with it. Don't go to press rather than going to where it ought to go to. Whenever you hear those in authority going to, for example, you see policemen, they arrest somebody, instead of taking the person to court, they start taking the person to the press. They have no issue. There's nothing there is empty. If you have something, take it to court. You will take it to the press. That is why we decide always with government, and that is this country is the only place it is happening in the world. When you arrest a criminal, you arrest an armed robber, you arrest a kidnapper, take that kidnapper to where he ought to be. Law enforcement, take him to the judiciary, take him to court. Going to make a story of press aggrandizement. It's not what we do today. So my idea, Mr. Singh, is that any state officer, any state operator who has information as to any member of the society, whether he's in opposition or not, if you have information that they are causing insecurity, bring it to law enforcement. It is not for the press. It is for law enforcement to take care of and ensure that we have a safe society. The killing of somebody is a serious issue. You can't accuse people of killing and you don't have the facts in your hands. That is very prevalent on your own side. You can only accuse people of those levels of insecurity if you have your facts. Leave politics away for security.
Yeah.
Security is science.
All right.
It is either this or that. In security, you say, if you do this, this is what will happen. If you do not do this, this is what will happen. We do not negotiate with trivial political arrangements in the job of security.
Yeah. Well, there are some of those who have said the security architecture at the national should be overhauled. There are some who have advocated for increased surveillance. Some have advocated for improved community policing and maybe homeland security. You have one time and another gone to be the number one citizen in Abia State. If you were in the position as governor now, with what's happening in the state, what would you do?
What I would do is very simple, Mr. C. There is no magic to it. The thing is that this is insecurity and this is a solution to security. There's no two ways about it. I don't have to bring anybody to accuse anybody. I don't have to bring anybody to say this is what. But again, Mr. C, one thing that is very important is that I will put the capable hands where they ought to be. I challenged through a calling process. I challenged the former Inspector General of Police. He was talking about how best to secure Nigeria on AIT. I called him and I challenged him. You were there for almost 2 years. We are close to you. You did nothing. If you had ideas, you should have done it when you were on seat, not when you are out of government. Now you are out of government, you are not telling us how best to secure the country. The fact remains, Mr. C, is very simple. Security is science. The science of the problem and solutions. That is what we are lacking here. It's going to accuse other people of being the ones causing the problem. It's not the solution. The solution to it is providing the tools. If it is armed robbery, there are tools for fighting armed robbery. If it is kidnapping, there are solutions to kidnapping. We know where they are. We know how to get them. If I'm the governor of Abia State, no forest, no single forest in Abia State will be unprotected. I will have put together, I've recommended they should have forest guards in every community so that every community forest is guarded. This is not being done today. The issue of lending insecurity is simple. As long as non-become is there, insecurity of one days will continue. There's no magic to it. You don't have to accuse anybody else. Accuse yourself. The continuous detention of non-become in not even the regular detention centers, it is the DSS detention. Despite the numerous court orders, that process has created the insecurity in southeast of Bombay and subsequent ones. ought to be their watchdogs. They're accusing them, and that accusation to me is out of office.
On Open Parliament still, Interpol Systems consultant and security expert Chikwe Udensi is a guest. My name is Mr. C. We'll take a break shortly, but just to whet your appetite about the other side, what we would have our guest dissect. While he was away, the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission did conduct and eventually announce 15 of the local government areas to the Zenith Labour Party, while 2 of it went to the YPP. Well, since the Abia State chapter of the Inter-Party Advisory Council has also endorsed the outcome of the just concluded local government elections, calling it a free and fair process. What does he make of it? Stay with us. We'll be back.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio/Television community today and stay connected to what matters most.
This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide, ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel, ABN TV.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio/Television community today and stay connected to what matters most. Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio/Television community today and stay connected to what matters most.
This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide, ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel, ABN TV.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started.
Well, thanks for staying tuned to the program Open Parliament with our guest, Interpol Systems Consultant and Security Expert, Chikwe Udensi. My name is Mr. C. Shortly, we would go to the phone lines for your reaction. The Abia State chapter of Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, has expressed satisfaction with the outcome of the recently concluded local government elections in the state. The state chairman of IPAC, Oluocha Nelson, made their position known while addressing the press in Umuahia, and this happened on Saturday. He commended Governor Alex Otti for not interfering with the constitutional duties of the Abia State Independent Electoral Commission, leading to what they called a transparent, fair, and hitch-free exercise. The IPAC called on those that emerged winners to run an all-inclusive leadership as well as develop their local government areas. IPAC did not stop there. They called on those who have grievances to approach their various party chairmen before approaching the courts, if they so wish. Well, what's your take? First off, I know we have not had your take on this. Before we have you comment on the position by IPAC, did it come as a surprise for you that the Zenith Labour Party clinched 15 of the 17 local government areas in the recently concluded elections, and the YPP went on with 2? Was that surprising for you against a Labour Party government in Abia State?
It was not surprising for me, Mr. C. In fact, we had expected it. Because look at the trajectory. In Kano State, the governor moves from APC to NNPP. The elections, all the chairmen that won were NNPP, 100%. In Edo State, the governor moved from APC to PDP. All the whole chairman, councillors, deputy chairman, were PDP. In Rivers, the governor moved from PDP to adding his AP, Action Party. All the chairman won, were AP. In Abia State, why will it be different? We have always seen that abuse, complete abuse by...
When you say the governor moved, particularly with reference to River State, is that the current state of facts? Because the governor is still with the People's Democratic Party.
The governor is in PDP. He has not moved. The Abia State governor is still in LP. He has not moved. But they are not in those parties. We know they moved their cronies. We don't want anybody to insult our intelligence. We don't want anybody to insult anybody by telling me that what we are doing is right when we know it's wrong. We don't want that insult. It's a massive insult on the intelligence of the people. And that is why we have not grown as a continent, as a country, as a state. We have not grown because we are talking to people as if people are idiots. It is very simple that the governor of River State, though he is in PDP, he moved everybody to AP because of the problem he had with his former governor, who is now the minister of FCT, yes, from Wike. He moved the people to AP. You know what happened in Abia State? The governor was not happy with the leadership of Abure. She preferred Senator Sambo to be the chairperson. In fact, they nominated Sambo to be the chairperson. But then the court says, no, it is still Abure. Therefore, the need for him to move to a new block and moved his whole structures into that new block, and he moved his powers there. I don't want to be insulted by any of these governors to be told that what they did is honest, it is free and fair. It's an insult on the people. But we know that has been trajectory. We can't blame Abia State alone. Other states are equally doing it. And that is why we are remove the elections from the hands of governors. The elections of chairmen and councillors, remove it from the hands of governors because they are very dishonest. They do not do the right thing. If you want it to be actually independent, let us look for a national independent. I'm not suggesting that INEC as it is right now is the best. No. You see other parties winning. Not just the party that the government is controlling. Other parties are winning. If we are still not satisfied with the way things are being handled by INEC, but the very brazen way state governments handle it, especially how they handle the joint account, which totally eliminated the local government system from its functions. Totally eliminated them from its functions. And look at other things they are doing. The abuse of immunity by the state government is very, very disturbing. It is very, very frightening. I do not know who the members of state IPAC is, as you mentioned earlier. But I don't know if they are part of an arrangement that insults the sensitivity of the people. It is true that they have done their bit, but to add salt to injury is where I disagree with. You don't insult the people before by telling people that what they did is right. It is an insult to the people, a massive insult to the society. We have seen that what they have done.
Someone might argue that, hey, this is not the government speaking, but a conference or council of political party chairmen.
That is what I'm saying, Mr. C. That council ought not to insult the people the more. They wouldn't know what happened. We are not saying that we are opposing what has happened. I am not in any of these political parties. But I have gone to the people who were on ground and obtained information as to what has happened. I have obtained information as to the real facts. The facts must not come from IPAC. I don't know the composition of IPAC. I don't know their state of mentality. I don't know their allegiance. I don't know their connectivity to governance. My understanding is that I will go to the people, find out from the people what has happened. And from what I have found out from the people, it is a as is being done by other state governors, not only Abia State. So I can't just criticize Abia State. Other state governors are doing it. In Anambra State, you saw what happened. 100% went to a party that is even in conflict. That's a party the governor wanted. It happened in Anambra, happened in Imo, happened in Enugu, happened in Ebonyi. So you can't just single out Abia. It is happening in every state of the federation, and that is why we are saying that charade is not election. It is a massive charade. What we should be looking at is proper elections, and those proper elections must be handled by not those that are nominated by the government. I don't understand this concept. Why are you doing things the wrong way? How can you ask the state governor to nominate an unbiased umpire into an election process the governor is contesting? It is not right. The governor is contesting in that election, so he cannot be the one to nominate the umpire. If he nominates the umpire, well, we are in Africa. We should expect those universities to happen. We are not like Europeans or Americans who, even if it is mother or his father or his own that is contesting, he must do what is right.
Yeah.
Here, we do what we like. We don't do what is right.
Well, quickly, if you will, regardless of the reservations here and there as expressed by you and others, or a handful of others, we have a new executive at the local government in place. What are your expectations? What do you expect from them going forward?
My expectation is that they should adhere strictly to the purpose for which local government was created. The creation of local government is to take governance to the people, take development to the people, healthcare to the people. So if you do not do that, that is not achieved. Then what is the essence of local government? You don't put people there just to give them a job. The purpose of local government is please ensure that those things that are being enjoyed in the urban areas, let the rural areas equally enjoy it. Because about 75 to 78% of our local governments are in the rural areas. So since they are in the rural areas, take governance, take administration, take the benefits of governance to the people in the rural areas where ordinarily the state governments cannot reach. That is the purpose of it. If that is lacking, then the purpose of local government should not exist.
0816-111-5955 or 0907 103 6625, 0816-111-5955 or 0907 103 6625. Midweek edition Open Parliament, Interpol Systems Consultant and Security Expert, a guest here. My name is Mr. C. We have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Mr. C, remain lifted.
Good morning to you.
Mr. Chikwe Udensi, you will never go down in life.
Thank you very much, sir.
Excellent is my name. Have you seen how godly person speaks? That is all what is supposed to see how he analyzed everything. That is why whenever PDP person talks, you see he sounds opposite. So what I say is that coming to insecurity in Abia State, we find that they culture I said it all. Because how can somebody come up and say that they will form deadly? That is why when sleep fast forward market days, when a sleep fast forward market days, it becomes dead. So what you are saying that somebody took to all radio stations and said that they form deadly in 11 months. What is deadly? So that time, after that comment, it's now crazy what you are saying. That's the thing. When I took office, see what you do in the room. So you think skeletons here. We demand.
All right, thank you very much. Excellent. Your network not very straight, but nonetheless, we got your point. Hello, good morning. We have another caller.
Good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, His Excellency.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, you're a man we love, and we hope that you're going to be a governor in this state because we supported you and we are not supporting you. I like all the analysis that you have been giving. But what I want to ask you is to help the state with your talent, because that is what we hope for. Because God created you here, you are fixed. In this period of the insecurity saga, we need your assistance in all pedigrees. And God will continue to bless you in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. C.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, please, Odumai.
Welcome.
Like I said last time during this program, if we continue to run a system whereby the president will appoint the next chairman and the governor will appoint the state chairman for the electoral body, we cannot have a free, fair, and credible election in this country. I have suggested that the INEC chairman should be appointed or elected via an election from the delegates selected by the political parties in the nation. The delegates from political parties can be 5 to 10. Then they will now conduct an election. Those people who want to contest for the INEC chairman will come out, campaign, and do their manifesto to the political party delegates. Then the election will be conducted on a day whereby whosoever emerges as the chairman of that body will be unbiased. We will now know that it is the political parties that elected him, not the presidency. Likewise, in the state level, that should be replaced or done that way. So by so doing, we have a free, fair elections whereby the umpire will be unbiased totally. The president should not be appointing or selecting the INEC chairman. That is the problem we are having in this country. INEC has been giving us results that are not reflecting the wish of the people. So when we keep on having elections that don't reflect the wish of the people, whoever goes, they does whatever he likes. Look at our current president, he does not listen to anybody. Whatever he wants to do, he does it because he believes that he can get there because the people cannot do anything. So that is just the issue. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Mr. Chi, good morning.
Yes. Obrigado.
Sir Chikwe Udensi, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Please, well, thank you. I hope the man knows the name of calling from my.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming back to Georgia. Oh, your guy had your position when you were out. You did very well. I mean, Ambassador Chigo. So I want to thank you for being bold enough to talk about the security issues. In as much as the government of the day is trying to publicize it or blaming anybody, blaming the past administration for what is happening. As it stands today, our governor is not in the country today, he's not in the state. Look at what happened to Onigo. Till today, they've not visited that area. They are busy planning and going here. They are going to fund up daily position. Daily means completely or extremely. It could depend on what you define as daily. That it doesn't mean that if you eventually have the excess as in the information of those people in fact it goes attack. That is what you're saying. Actually, it's becoming on rest for every other person. Every day they are killing people. They are kidnapping. They are starting to count the government. You know why they are happening fire. So the government is not aware that their points are trying to putting blame to the issue of local government election. It's very, very disheartening that in New York this kind of thing is happening. God will help you. Thank you. To bless you, Chikwe Udensi, and grant your heart desire. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chief.
Good morning to you.
My name is Chikwe Udensi. Wow. Good morning, sir. Yeah. The thing when they talk here, don't put that there. Listen. Let this government listen to you. You know why they talk this one at the top? Any security, no know anybody, he no party. And then you YPD, he did CPC, he did WCP, he don't know. He don't they carry blood, they give opposition party. Go church now, go party your motor before they come out. Not Sunday, they see person. Now, opposition people. Why you were here ginger up there because na big man. Now, even for politics, even for fun, how they go here. 2 days ago, they shot on a keke man at activate for head. How did you get? Everybody don't hear for radio. No one don't hear because na poor man. Let me tell them, the whole thing where they did, we don't know what is your non-government here before. Now, you know, this is what they carry down the car. Now, everything starts. And the government, all these our governors, don't want to talk about to release down the car. Why are they going to go and see president to release this man?
All right.
They are playing politics. Blaming people. If they don't release that man, I don't think they will still continue.
All right.
This one, how is the tell us say, my non-government shoot army, kill them. Okay, now all opposition go kill army for that place. Government will tell us say, the opposition party. So when they try to see president, release this man, make we know as this thing goes.
Thank you.
This man to the country.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't come to
Thank you very much. Thank you for your take. I will appreciate. Let's take another call. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes.
Hello?
Good morning. We can hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, my name is Pastor Sandy Carlos.
Welcome. Oh, well, I'm sure he was not hearing us. Hello, good morning. We have another call.
Good morning,
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
I'm happy to hear your voice again. You are welcome back. May God continue to strengthen you. We are praying with you. We are with you. And I want to join somebody who just called a few minutes ago.
whatever assistance you can give for our government to succeed in this security situation, please don't hesitate. Even if you are not invited, invite yourself, offer yourself. We are pleading with you because we need security in this state and all hands must be on deck. I have already tried you yesterday that we say that the government physical condition is very low and I don't want to go that far again. And let me assume to all others, killing ourselves because we want the country to be released. It's not fair. It's not correct. Our own people cannot be our own enemies. Let us try the federal government. Do the correct thing and if there is no security, we are able to get the federal government. The authority to continue to keep him because when we use it as a tool to help him, that is the way of making insecurity and that is the regime in the world.
All right.
I also agree that INEC should conduct local government election. We need to be centralized in what centralized. Let us review our constitution as a our constitution is the problem.
Thank you. Have a nice day too. And that will be the last call we take on the program this morning. Also, Chikwe Udensi, your reactions, your parting words.
Yeah, two things. The first one is Hussein Manode talked about the governor of Abia State not being in the country. It is not only him. We did a check 2 days ago. We have less than 5 governors in the country today. They are all abroad, junketing, enjoying the goodness and security in those places, while leaving the rest of the people here. They are never here. They don't stay in the country. They are always abroad. It is not only the Abia State Governor, Hussein Manode. Check other state governors. In a year, they are hardly here 3 or 4 months. They are enjoying our commonwealth in those countries that are working very well. It is unfortunate, Mr. Say. It is very sad. The second one, Mr. Say, is that when I was coming back, I identified some equipment that will be very useful for security in our country. I have thought about using this equipment only for Abia State. Because it's a very expensive equipment. I spent over $100,000, more than 200 million naira, to buy this equipment. But if you consider that our state, in security arrangement in our state, what we have is an exclusive dictate, which is within the exclusive dictates of the federal government to ensure that these systems are installed. So I'll first of all give it to the federal government. I've arranged to meet with the National Security Advisor, so I can give this equipment to the federal government. Then I want it to be properly used in my own state. If these equipments are used in my state, and with the training I'm going to conduct for these people, it will bring down insecurity massively because it's a very serious equipment.
All right. Well, I would leave it there because we are out of time. Thanks so much, as always, Chikwe Udensi, for your time this morning.
Thanks for having me, Mr. C.
Well, that's how much we can take on the program this morning. Thanks for your participation, your calls, and your listenership. We return same time, same station next week. Nonetheless, the Thursday edition comes through tomorrow. Let's take you to the newsroom for the news at 10. My name is Mr. C.
This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide, ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, your world, your channel, ABN TV. This is ABN TV, where the world is on your screen, bringing you news like you've never seen. From headlines to highlights, we are your guide, ABN TV. Let's take you for a ride. Your stories, Your world, your channel.
Introducing ABN Radio and Television, your new favorite app. Stay informed, entertained, and connected with the latest news, music, and videos from Nigeria and beyond. Download the ABN Radio and Television app now on Google Play and enjoy. Live streaming of news, sports, music, and entertainment programs. On-demand access to your favorite shows and podcasts. Breaking news updates and notifications. Exclusive videos and interviews. Personalized experience with customizable settings. Get started in 3 easy steps. Open Google Play Store on your device. Search for ABN Radio/TV. Click install and start enjoying your new favorite app. Join the ABN Radio/Television community today